Okay, so I realized I never did a video explaining what the hideout is. So, this is my hideout. Obviously, you can see there's a bunch of different little things you can use, and you can use these for like crafting. Well, I mean, heating just makes the place more comfortable, right? Then this rest space. In between raids, your health can recover and whatnot, and this basically affects how long it takes for that to recover. So, um, yeah, it tells you the stats for that right there. I'm at level 2 on that right there. That's requirements for level 3. So this is, part of the point of getting a bunch of the random shit you find in the raids. Sorry about that, drinking a cup of coffee as I'm recording this. But yeah, there's a rest space, heating unit. You can see this is ready to be installed, this upgrade here. So yeah, I did find all that in raid. Sometimes you can purchase some of these items from some of the vendors too, but anyways, install that, see, changed what that was. So that's kind of neat there. Then if we go over here, this is the generator. I'm at level 2 on it, and then you find these fuel things. You can find them in raids, or I believe there's a seller I unlocked called Jaeger that sells a can of these. And another one here, but tells you basically how long you can keep your generator on for. 24 hours, 14 hours, 14 hours, 24 hours. So, that's quite a while there, right? 28 plus 48 hours of fuel time. And the point of that is, like, if I was to come over here to the medic station, alright, see, I've got one of these, so if I had my generator on, I could craft these guys. Well, that's actually kind of nice. 2 of those plus 2 of those equals an IFAC. That's actually really helpful. One of each of those is a Saliwa. That's cool, because that kind of shows you what is in the medical kits, too. I mean, I haven't really dicked around with this. I don't have a problem with money, and I can just generally create my own, or buy my own stuff, rather, instead of needing to craft it, so. Water collector over here. I don't know what the heck this does. But, I mean, you would think you'd be able to... Okay, so it helps with your rehydration if you got close to dehydration or whatever. If you weren't 100% rehydrated in between raids. Here's my security. I'm going to try to upgrade this. I think I was about ready. Oh, nope. See, I got everything I need, but these NICs are camera lenses. These are kind of hard to find. Nikon. Huh. Gee, I wonder what they're ripping off there. But, and then there's, lavatory. There's a nice little outhouse there. It used to be literally a bucket on the ground at level 1. This is level 3 here. I'm at currently level 2, level 3 here. Clicking that would tell you what you need for level 3. But yeah, you can craft some shit there. Soap plus a water bottle equals 2 shampoo bottles. And then those 3 ingredients equals 5 of those. Now that's interesting for me to find out, because I know the nylon gear salesman will trade, I believe it's 2 of these and 4 of these for a plate carrier. So if I lose a plate carrier, I can come in here, craft this shit, and it tells you how long it takes to make them right in there. So that's as long as you gotta have the generator on for. So yeah, and then I would be able to trade for that plate carrier. And it was a pretty decent one too. It wasn't a cheap piece of crap. And then there's a recipe even for fuel. So I mean, shit, you wouldn't even need to find it in raid, but yeah. But like I said, I haven't really fucked with this workbench. This makes it so you can do the gunsmithing. That's the only reason why I even have this. I'll show you what that is in a second. But yeah, there's a shooting range here. So if I click the enter button, then I can actually run around and shit. And then let's get that. We'll go to this, and then we'll switch to. We'll go to this, and then apparent illumination level. I can turn up the lighting. What? Oh, right here. I thought. Okay, so see, you can go turn out the bulb lighting to candles only. You can kind of see in the background it gets a little darker there. And then there isn't much light at all without the candle. Don't really see a big difference there, but you can dick with that too. But anyways, yeah, and there's how you turn the generator on. Go back up here to enter. Show the shooting range. So boom, this is one of my go-to rifles here. Let me turn on the flashlight. Okay, it's hard to get the flashlight on there with the laser. I think it only does flashlight and green laser when it uses both. But yeah, and then you can kind of test out weapons, see what you like, dislike about them, etc. Boom. Anyways, and then I'll tap the reload key. That was my. You have to back out to be able to go back into the stash. That was my 60 round mag. And you see, it still got the 60 round mag, so it didn't actually expend any ammunition. That's kind of neat there. You know, you can kind of play around with how setups feel, and especially, I mean, obviously that's only like 50 yards, but you know, within that range, you can kind of determine if something is too much magnification or something. But anyways. So that is that. I'll go ahead and show what the workbench does. So if I take this, I can't have it as equipped as a main weapon, but if I put it like right here or something, I can press this button to go to modding, and it gives me this nice screen. I couldn't do this before I got the workbench, so that's what that does. I mean, it's pretty cool because it, you know, gives you an inventory of whatever you have that's not already mounted to another weapon. So there's a thermal. Valday 1 to 6x, Leopold hammer. That's a, you know, close and medium range optic. You know, it's a 4x with a red dot on the back. It's a pretty nice setup. I think it works better for night vision than, say, my favorite here, the L-can, but I like the L-can for day raids or for real long distance stuff. Use the Valday. But yeah, and you can even change the handguards, charging handles, you know, whatever you want, depending upon what you have. I don't really have any on-built, you know, receivers and shit like that. Now that I think about it too, that might be a way to kind of save on space, you know, just have two M4s, you know, in case I lose one, and then, from there I can just change the upper half to, you know, a long barrel variant or short barrel variant, but yeah. I mean, I've got like probably 4 or 5 M4s, just because they're different variants of M4s, and I know what the parts mean. You know what I mean? Like for example, this rail right here. Sorry, where is it? Oh, yeah. Okay. See, unfortunately, I took it, pulled it back into my inventory. Oh, and then it pulled all my shit out of my weapons case, put it right there in that my raid inventory. But yeah, this rail right here, the Daniel Defense Riz 2, that's a an actual military use part that's on the Block 2 M4s. This is a Mark 18 variant because it's got a short barrel. It's only like 10.5 inches long. I think if you do the math there on 260 millimeters, that's about 10.5 inches. But yeah, this is just a butt plate on the stock. Remove or add that, but I'll leave it on there because it does add a slight recoil benefit. and then showing the stash here. Obviously you can see my inventory is very cleaned up. I do got a few loose shit out because this random item box is pretty fucking full. But, anyways, this is a USA SOC. The upper receiver is United States Army Special Operations Command. Upper Receiver Group -I, which stands for Upper Receiver Group Improved. So basically, this one came after the Block 2 with the Daniel Defense RAS-2 rail, and yeah, it's basically a lighter weight rail, and this is a full-length barrel. As you can see down here, it's a 370mm barrel. And then I've got, as you can see, I've got, you know, one RPK-16 there, AK-74 basically, and AK-47. This is a SR-25. That is a very specific brand of 308 AR-10. As you can see, it's Knight's Armaments Company. That's one of them very high-end brands. And then I got a bullpup rifle called the Desert Tech MDR. Of course, my usual accessories on there. And then down here, I just got a random submachine gun, just for doing very close time quarter shooting, like factory runs, pretty much. I have two. Oops. I have the shotgun too, just for any tasks that require killing with the shotguns. And that's the only reason why I have this AKMS-47 too. As you can see, I folded the stock under because that saves a little bit of space. And then, yeah, I got a bunch of extra optics and shit here. And I was playing around with this guy with the 4-16 scope, I believe it is, and the red dot on the back. And it works pretty well. I tend to like the 1x, 4x a little bit better because I tend to have pretty good results with it. But if I'm trying to make a precision shot over, you know, 100, 200 meters, it's a really nice tool to have. But I don't know. I'm still trying to evaluate where I'm at on that. And then I've got this because I know there's a quest coming up that's going to require me to kill people with an AKS-74U, which is that specific shortened variant. And you can see I got a couple big backpacks here and like 6 armored vests. Yeah, counting the one I got on. One thing I do like about the game is, you know, there's different types of body armor, right? Like in real life. There's a 2-tier system, right? That just has the body armor alone. And then you have to add a chest rig on top of that to be able to carry mags. These guys, they have the armor inside of them, and they can carry mags too. So they would just go into this slot, and you can't add anything else there. As you can see, I got a bunch of extra fuel and shit over here. And then this is that same Block 2 M4, but this is not a Mark 18 variant. It's a full-size variant with, again, a 370mm barrel. That's about 14.5 inches, I believe. But anyways, and this is that vest that can be traded for like 2 of the shampoo bottles and 4 of the bleaches or whatever it is. But anyways, I did find this stuff. This is an ice pick here and paracord. So I'm going to go ahead and record this, but I'm going to go ahead and end this recording and jump back into it, go out on another raid here. I'm going to try to use these. Those are used for a very specific extract on the reserves map, which is a military base that's been abandoned. But anyways, we'll see how that works out. Hopefully I don't lose all my shit, but you know, it is what it is. Anyways, see you in the next video.